Pick something groovy, Alex.
Hey everybody, this is Jason Robinson from Illustration by Design. Welcome to my live stream. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Today I'm going to be doing some digital inking of a job that I've been working on for a little while now. It's been various pieces to it. I'm doing some drawings for a Kickstarter campaign, and this is the last of them. The previous two, well, actually all three of them deals with fighting monsters across time. First one was a guy killing a vampire. Second one was, and that was set in the past. Second one was a guy fighting a werewolf in the present. And this one is a space marine fighting an alien monster in the future. So that's what I'm inking. This sort of what was her name from Alien? I can't even remember. Ripley, sort of a Ripley character fighting some space alien. So I'm gonna get started. Actually, this is gonna sound weird because it's the middle of winter. I turn on the air conditioner because I'm in South Florida and it is warmer than it is elsewhere in the country. So hold on one second, I'll be right back. It is 81 degrees inside. I had to turn it down to 78 so I wouldn't pass out in the middle of the live stream. But welcome. If this is your first time here, my name's Jason. I'm an illustrator, graphic artist. I draw stuff like this for a living. Fun stuff, cool stuff, interesting stuff. And that's what you'll find on my YouTube channel. So if you like that sort of stuff, comic book stuff, sci-fi stuff, fantasy stuff being drawn, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button of this live stream if you would. It would greatly help the channel. And if you would please share out the stream to as many people as possible, because as you can see at the bottom of your screen, I'm going to give away free art for every 10 people who watch simultaneously, concurrently, at the same time. So please share out the stream to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, Blue Sky, whatever you watch or your social media of choice. Share out the stream, get more people in here so I can give out some free art to some poor person who's going to be saddled with my drawings. But Grash Crosby's here. How you doing, Grash Crosby? Grash Crosby says, I thought Ripley was what Fred Sanford always drank. Possibly. I've not seen Sanford & Son in quite a while, so it could be. This all seems strangely familiar, as if I've been here before. Interesting. You may have been. This could be deja vu. It could be a glitch in the Matrix. And you've already seen this live stream. Hopefully, you will give it another thumbs up like you did the first time. But, anywho, for this drawing, I'm going to be working in Clip Studio Paint, I think it's called, or Clip Studio Pro, Clip Studio Paint, which is a digital drawing program, which is somewhat similar to Photoshop. If you're used to using Photoshop, it's 75% similar, except Clip Studio Paint focuses on simulating traditional drawing materials. whereas Photoshop focuses on photography. But the actual sort of the actual controls and everything are very similar to Photoshop. I mean, if you've used Photoshop before, you're familiar with it, you can pick up Clip Studio Paint and figure a way around it pretty easily. I mean, there's a learning curve, but it's not so great that you'll be completely confused. So, but I've been using Clip Studio Paint for I don't know, a few years now, and I enjoy it. It's there's so many, like Photoshop, there's so many things to learn about it. I mean, you can do animation with Clip Studio Paint. You can do tons of things, and I probably know 1% of what it can do. So, but I enjoy using it, and it's been very helpful to me in terms of doing digital illustrations. So, and it's fairly inexpensive, which I also like. But let's see, how should I go about this? Explain this. As you can see, this is a sketch. I'll make it full screen so you guys can see everything. Boom, there you go. That's a full screen image of it. Actually, I'll walk you through the various sketch phases before I got to this final sketch here. Started off as a humble drawing, a humble sketch. The client asked for a female space marine fighting aliens, which is okay. That's the basic premise for the drawing. So let's see, how did I start off? First rough, I did this. I figured, you know, I'd draw some sort of crazy space spider, because spiders are evil, and nobody likes spiders, so I figured that'd be a good alien to draw. And I drew like a female space marine here. You know, she has a sort of a transparent helmet over her head because she's in space, and you know, she has a big old laser pistol here, and the spider creature coming at her. So I did that initial sketch, then tried to refine it. Started drawing the Space Marine's head here. She's wearing like some sort of, I don't know, not a helmet, but like a little balaclava thing over her head. And then the client gave me some more directions in terms of what the female Space Marine should look like. He said she shouldn't wear a spacesuit. She shouldn't wear like a space helmet. She should look more like Ripley, or what's the other, Sarah Connor, or Vasquez from Alien. You know, sort of minimal clothing in a sense. You know, like a muscles, like a muscle mommy, and tough, like a tough space babe with minimal clothes. So I sketched this up. Let's see. Boom, boom. There we go. That's the next sketch. Gave her muscles, minimal clothes, had her in a bikini briefs, and then refined that further. Oops. Oh, he also wanted a second space alien, so I put that in there. And then refined that further to this, because the client said that he actually wants her wearing pants, like camouflage military pants. So further refined it to this, like that. He said he didn't like the spider alien. He said it looked a little too cartoonish, so he said he wanted to look more like aliens. So whoops, come on, come back. So let's see. I did this one there. Let's get these out of the way. So I did that as the new alien, and then put another secondary alien there. And so that's the stage we're at right now. Close that. Boink, boink. And that's what I'm going to be inking. So that's where we're at. So let me proceed and start inking. In terms of what I use to ink, what tool. I usually just use the standard G pen here, which comes with Clip Studio Paint. I'm sure they have a number of different tools here, and then you could download various different inkers. I just find the regular G pen to be fine for me. It gives nice smooth, if I can show you. Nope. Oh, sorry, wrong color. I was drawing in white, which is not good. I guess a nice smooth line, which is cool. Looks good. I mean, this is called G Pen. They have another one called Real G Pen, which sort of simulates the texture of a traditional pen. You see there the texture of the brush or the pen, which is different from the texture for the G Pen, which is just perfectly round. So the Real G Pen gives more of a textured line. And I'm not that crazy about that look, so I just stick with G Pen. It's smooth, gives me the line I want. I just have to be careful of the pressure because it's very pressure sensitive. So if you press too hard, and then you end up with weird blobs you don't want. So have to be careful. It's pretty good. So, but anyway, I'm gonna get started. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'll be here for the next, at least the next couple hours, and let me know if you have any thoughts.
Every available development in science and engineering has been utilized to get the story to the reader in the shortest possible time. And now, the latest miracle of news gathering, sending things
Sorry, I had to drink some water. All right, let's see here.
going to hear about today is nothing short of a miracle. It's dramatically new, made possible only through years of research, invention, and innovation.
Yet when wires are loaded with a lot of conversations that are boosted in strength and travel some distance, something else happens. Let me show you. You see, instead of sounding like this, your voice comes out sounding like this.
Come on. I want you to meet a great new star.
Look around.
Hey, Alpha Proto, how you doing? Good seeing you. Crash Crosby asks, have you ever used screen tones? No, I have not. Yeah, like I said, there's so much involved with Clip Studio Paint that I have not even touched the surface with. That yeah, I've never used screen tones. Pre-made textures might be included in that program. Yes, they are. I just never have used them, so you know, I don't have very many thoughts on their use. I know some people who do use them though for using Clip Studio Paint, and they look really cool. I just don't use them. I mean, I guess they're mainly used in manga type artwork, and I tend to my drawing style tends to be American comic book style, so I've just never used them. Our process is doing well. Do you have any tips on inking, or did you already give them away? Any tips on inking? The only I think it just depends on your inking style. In terms of my inking style, I like clean inks. I know there are people who, when they ink, they'll. Let me zoom out a little. Like with me, if I'm inking her arm, I would want it to be done smoothly. Not like that, but okay, a few things. If you're like me, and when you ink like long lines, your hand tends to like jitter like that because you haven't built up the control to smoothly ink a line. Go over here. It's called stabilization. The more you increase that, the smoother your line will be. So that now the line, your hand will move faster than the line, but that's because the computer is trying to figure out the best way to make a smooth line with the stroke you're drawing. This is with stabilization halfway up. You can pull all the way up to 100, in which case it'll draw really slow, but the line will be very smooth. If the stabilization is off or set to 0, then you can draw a line, but it's going to be moving exactly the same way that your hand does. So whatever slight movements your hand makes, the line will follow suit, and it will not be. It won't necessarily be a smooth line. So, I guess my first suggestion would be to, if you don't have the steadiest of hands, put on stabilization. Whether it's a little or a lot. I tend to put it up about halfway, and then make your lines. That way, your lines will be much smoother than they would be otherwise, and it'll be a big help to you. That's my first suggestion. Second is to find a pen or a that sort of suits your style. I mentioned before the Real G pen, which has more texture to it. If you like texture in your line work, then use something with texture in it. I don't when I ink. I like mine fairly smooth, so I choose a pen which is very smooth in texture. Has almost no texture to it. So there's that. I guess the rest just goes. It just depends on your personal style. I mean, some people are very sketchy with their lines. They ink the way they draw with a pencil. Sketchy. I don't like that, so I try to make my lines again as smooth as possible. So those are my inking tips, I guess. Oh, and practice a lot. The more you practice, the better you'll get. So there's no computer program that will take the place of actual practice. The programs can help make your work look better, but the basic fundamentals of your work have to be based on practice and skill. I would say more than anything else. So just keep practicing.
Some crazy stuntman is going to try taking off in an airplane from the top of an automobile this afternoon out in the valley. Sounds like a story. Hold it, Jack. Take off from an automobile on a dirt road. Can he make it? Well, be a good picture either way.
And it also helps to go slow. Or at least it helps me anyway. Also, if you can, try to incorporate thick and thin lines in your work. It'll make it look better. And less boring. It'll make it look a lot more interesting. And help
What's it okay with you, sir? Sure, kids, go ahead.
help give your work weight in a sense, help round it out, help sort of define texture and the weight of objects. So line weight or variation in line weight is important. Helps give the illusion of solidity or the lack of it. Pro says my inks are very close to my pencils. The only difference is line thickness. How would I ink like Jim Lee? I don't think Jim Lee inks. Isn't it usually Scott Williams who inks Jim Lee? I'm sure he does. I'm sure Jim Lee does ink, but it's probably better that he doesn't. I find very few pencilers whose work looks good when they themselves ink it. It's usually better to have, when pencilers who spend most of their lives penciling, they have someone who actually is skilled at the specific art of inking, which is different than the art of penciling. They're not the same. I mean, a penciler can ink, but they don't necessarily ink well because they tend to ink the way they pencil, which is somewhat sketchy. Even if it's clean pencils, they're still sketching when they pencil, and that doesn't necessarily look good when it's done in ink. So I would say if your inks are very close to your pencils, you should try to refine your inks so that they are as smooth as possible. I mean, my pencils are fairly tight, but if my inks look like this, it would not look good. Your ink should be clean. Again, this is personal preference. I mean, to my mind, inks should be extremely clean, and pencils don't have to be. Let me try to think. Like Klaus Janson. You may or may not know him. He's a very famous inker. He inked Frank Miller when Frank Miller worked on Daredevil. Years ago, back in the '80s, he worked with Frank Miller on The Dark Knight Returns. He has a very sketchy ink style. I do not like it. I mean, it's a style. I mean, I guess there's no right or wrong to it, but it's not a style that I like. I think sketchy ink styles tend to make comic book art look rough and ugly. And it might work with some books or some characters, but again, my preference is that inks should clean up the pencils as much as possible, and make them look finished, not just look like darker versions of the pencils, if that makes sense. Ink whale? Are you trying to say ink well? Is that? I can't tell.
Yet when wires are loaded with a lot of conversations that are boosted in strength and travel some distance, something else happens. Let me show you. You see, instead of sounding like this, sounding like this.
Ah, no wonder. Sheesh. Like, why is this so stiff? I have the stabilization on. You have to keep in mind when that thing's on or not, because it will mess up your strokes if you don't want completely smooth strokes and you're trying to just draw. The stabilization will mess you up, so you have to keep in mind when it's on and when it's not. Oh, that's not good. Let's see. Put that down. Do you prefer small brush strokes or big brush strokes? Small ones. Just because of my lack of control, I can control smaller brush strokes than larger ones. Hopefully with time, I'll be good enough to control the larger brush strokes. Let's see. So these lines look a little thick, but I can fix them later.
I mean the kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world.
It's only a week left until Christmas. You guys done your Christmas shopping yet? There's not much time. Sadly, I wait until the last minute, and so some of my gifts won't arrive until after Christmas. So hopefully you were smarter than me. Did not wait until the last minute. After process, I just had to get my younger brother and my dad something. Yeah. I just wish that everyone I knew actually made an Amazon gift wish. Sorry, wish list. Amazon wish list. So that I would know what to get them.
I mean the kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world. And gentlemen, one of the many things that give you that tip-top feeling is the pleasure of being well dressed.
age. Yes, about 125 years ago, Samuel Morse invented the telegraph, a way to send code messages over an electric wire. The code was made by using different clicks for each letter of the alphabet. First message sent over 40 miles of wire was, "What has God wrought?" The telegraph was, and still is, wonderful.
Ranch Coffee says, I did that for my sister, was hoping my siblings took the hint.
Here, in a greatly simplified form,
Oh, we did an Amazon wish list? Yeah.
every timepiece, a source of energy or power.
Yeah, some of my relatives do it, most of them don't. So I just end up getting them things they may not like. So, but we shall see. It's a thought that counts, right? Hopefully they'll like it. Now for things for solid materials, I try to make the lines thicker to sort of give the object weight, like her arms. Her big old muscle arms will have thicker arms. Sorry, will have thicker lines than something like her shirt, which is not as heavy. So line weight suggests actual weight of whatever object you're drawing. So heavier objects should have heavier line weights, lighter objects should have thinner line weights.
Here, in a greatly simplified form, we have the 4 elements needed in every timepiece.
Also, generally, interior lines should be thinner than exterior lines. In order to, again, to define the object, like the interior lines of her stomach here, I've made thinner than the exterior lines to define the actual edge of her waist, and then inside, the line should be thinner. Sort of the same thing with her arms. Exterior lines should be thicker than the interior lines. So you kind of want to follow that general rule. General rule. You can break any rule, but that's the general rule that I have. I've sort of learned over the years.
Kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world.
Just zooming out to get a general idea of how it's looking. Looks pretty good. 5 people are watching. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks for checking out my channel. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button. Share out the stream if you would. Get more people watching. All right, let's see.
I mean the kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world. And gentlemen, one of the many things that give you that tip-top feeling is the pleasure of being well dressed.
The code was made by using different clicks for each letter of the alphabet. First message sent over 40 miles of wire was, "What has God wrought?" The telegraph was, and still is, wonderful.
Here, in a greatly simplified form, we have the four elements needed in every timepiece: a source of energy or power, a means of transmitting power, a dial to record the flow of power, and a way to control the power. greatly simplified form, we have the four elements needed.
Now, why is that not closing? That is not closing for some reason, and I don't know what it is. Huh. Huh, huh, huh. Why is that not closing? I'm trying to use the fill tool to, and it should only fill in the areas that are enclosed. Like, you know, this hair area is there's no open spaces. And even if there was, I mean, there's an option here to close any small gaps. But I'm wondering why it's not closing. Why it's not filling just the hair area? Why is it bleeding into the rest of the drawing? I'm sure there's a reason. I am just not sure what that reason is. Looking at this here, the options, and I can't see offhand why it's doing that. Okay, that does. I refer other layers. Which layer is it referring to? Excuse me. I don't know why. I do not know why. Oh well. Oh well, I will worry about that some other time. As long as it does what I need it to do right now. That's all I'm concerned about. Alright. Let's see. Fresh Crosby is going off to buy more presents for his family, but he's leaving the channel on. Thank you very much, Brandish. I appreciate it. Alright, let me start working on this gun thing. Now, what's the best way to deal with this? With machines, I tend not to want variations in lines, really, just to make it look like a hard object instead of organic, like flesh. So, let's see, what's the best way to do this? I guess just make sure that the line variation doesn't... There's no line variation, so I will take off pressure sensitivity, turn that off, and just use straight lines. Alright, let me rotate this. Actually, let's see, view, can I get a grid in here? No, not like that. Can I get guides? Can I get guides on here? I don't know. Oh, probably can, but I'm not sure how. So, Huh. Trying to get a smooth line, so it may take a few tries. Is that okay? That's all right.
The code was made by using different clicks for each letter of the alphabet. First message sent over 40 miles of wire was, "What has God wrought?" The telegraph was, and still is, wonderful.
Here, in a greatly simplified form, we have the four elements needed in every timepiece. A source of energy or power, a means of transmitting power, a dial to record the flow of power, and a way to control the power.
Making some alterations to the sketch, so I don't have to sort of do guesswork while I'm inking. Amy Lester's here. How you doing? Good seeing you.
In a greatly simplified form,
Just got home. What did I miss? Not much. I'm just thinking this drawing. But you know, you haven't really missed much. All you've missed is me trying not to screw up. Let's see.
I mean the kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world. I mean the kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world. And gentlemen, one of the many things that give you that tip-top feeling is the pleasure of being well-dressed.
Amy says that's fair. Inking is persnickety enough when you're not trying to work out the details as you go. Yeah, it's just I can't. I mean, I need to. I'm not a good enough inker where I can just sort of ink on the fly. I have to visually have it worked out in sketch form before I can finalize it in inks. Actually, let me erase this. Do that. Erase this. a little.
Code messages over an electric wire. The code was made by using different clicks for each letter of the alphabet. First message sent over 40 miles of wire was, "What has God wrought?" The telegraph was, and still is, wonderful.
Sorry about this. I am just trying to work this stuff out. Let's see. That.
The code was made by using different clicks for each letter of the alphabet. First message sent over 40 miles of wire was, "What has God wrought?" The telegraph was, and still is, wonderful.
Okay.
Here, in a greatly simplified form, we have the four elements needed in every timepiece. A
Okay.
source of energy or power, a means of transmitting power, a dial to record the flow of power, and a way to control the power.
Okay, that's good enough, I guess.
Here, in a greatly simplified form, we have the four elements needed in every timepiece.
Oh, no wonder. I was like, what? What's going on? It's on the wrong layer. There we go.
I mean the kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world. I mean the kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world. And gentlemen, one of the many things that give you that tip-top feeling is the pleasure of being well dressed.
Did it again. Interesting. Interesting. Huh.
Yes, about 125 years ago, Samuel Morse invented the telegraph, a way to send code messages over an electric wire. The code was made by using different clicks for each letter of the alphabet. First message sent over 40 miles of wire was, "What has God wrought?" The telegraph was, and still is, wonderful.
Here, in a greatly simplified form, we have the four elements needed in every timepiece: a source of energy or power, a means of transmitting power, a dial to record the flow of power, and a way to control the power.
gonna skip around a little. I'll worry about the finishing the gun later, because I don't know. I find machinery and guns kind of boring. Not as interesting to draw as people and monsters. So I'll focus on that during the live stream.
Here, in a greatly simplified form, we have the four elements needed in every timepiece.
I mean the kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world. I mean the kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world. And gentlemen, one of the many things that give you that tip-top feeling is the pleasure of being well-dressed.
Yes, about 125 years ago, Samuel Morse invented the telegraph, a way to send code messages over an electric wire. The code was made by using different clicks for each letter of the alphabet. First message sent over 40 miles of wire was, "What has God wrought?" The telegraph was, and still is, wonderful.
In a greatly simplified form, we have the four elements needed in every timepiece: a source of energy or power, a means of transmitting power, a dial to record the flow of power, and a way to control the power.
Still trying to figure out a way to do hair. Mostly it's just me sort of scribbling and hoping that something ends up looking right. Let's see. That makes it easier. I know there's generally a light pattern that forms to help define hair, but it's just hard for me to figure it out and make it look good.
Simplified form, we have the 4 elements needed in every timepiece.
I mean the kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world. I mean the kind of music men hum or whistle when they feel on top of the world. And gentlemen, one of the many things that give you that tip-top feeling is the pleasure of being well-dressed.
Okay. Now for the fun part, the monster. That's scary.
Long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with folks all left with a twinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain. Long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with folks all left with a twinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain. Long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with folks all left with a twinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain. Long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with folks all left with a twinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain. When he's lonely, sleeps with the stars for a tent. With a beast spread a feast when he's hungry, and God charges no man. He'll live as long as old or free and laugh at fools like you and me. Often sigh and wish that I were the old man of the mountain.
Now the monster, I'm trying to sort of incorporate different textures to make it look, parts of it look wet, parts of it look hairy, parts of it to look kind of, I don't know, pulpy, I guess. Like here on the fangs, I'm using stark white to make it look sort of wet, because it's supposed, you know, in my mind's eye, it's like a spider or a or a rattlesnake. It's poisonous, so I put white highlights on it just to make it look like it's wet with venom. Let's see, am I using the right tool? I don't know. I think I am. Wow, too much. All right. Seven people are watching. 7 people. That is awesome. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate your hanging out with me while I draw.
Most of the sound factors are already known. Speed of the tape in recording, its playing time, and the sound level required. A fine-grained deposit of nickel. This makes smooth wall grooves. This takes precisely 2 minutes and 40 seconds. They have to be perfect. This is the point where most people long for a roadmap. You discover unlimited variety, the finest in sound and performance. This takes precisely 2 minutes and 40 seconds. They have to be perfect.
Interesting. Let me try this. Better. Come on.
Long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with the folks all left with a wrinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain. Long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with the folks all left with a wrinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain. Long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with the folks all left with a wrinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain. Long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with the folks all left with a wrinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain. Sleeps with the stars for a tent, for the beast spread a feast when he's hungry, and God charges no man. He'll live as long as old or free, and laugh at fools like you and me, often sigh and wish that I were the old man of the mountain.
He's drawn some creepy veins on his venom sac. What time is it? It's 4:19. I think I'm gonna keep drawing until 5 o'clock. I think 3 hours is long enough. Because this will probably take me a little while longer than 3 hours, and I don't want to waste everybody's time. Not that it's a waste of time, but it's gonna take me. It'll take me more than 3 hours to get this finished. You know, I'm sure you guys have other things to do. So let's say 5 o'clock, we'll finish the live stream. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me before 5. Because after 5, I won't be here. Also, I'm doing each character on a different layer, just so I have more sort of flexibility to change things. I don't have to worry about one character getting in the other's way. So if I mess up the alien, I can erase him without having to worry about messing up the Space Marine as well. Let's see.
Most of the sound factors are already known. The speed of the tape recording, its playing time, and the sound level required. A fine-grained deposit of nickel. This makes smooth wall grooves. This takes precisely 2 minutes and 40 seconds. They have to be quick. This is the point where most people long for a roadmap. You discover unlimited variety, the finest in sound and performance. This takes precisely 2 minutes.
Drawing some cool spittle
They have to be perfect.
in the monster's mouth. Up. Let's see.
Long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with folks all left with a wrinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain. Long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with folks all left with a wrinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain. Long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with folks all left with a wrinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain. Long white beard and his crooked staff, he tramps along with folks all left with a wrinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain. Sleeps with the stars for a tent, for the beast spread a feast when he's hungry, and God charges no man. He'll live as long as so free and laugh at fools like you and me. Often sigh and wish that I were the old man of the mountain.
Sorry, water break. Looks pretty good. Looks creepy, I think. I think I need to work on the woman in terms of her head looks too big, I think. I am thinking. Her head looks too big, but I'm worried that I might mess it up if I try to shrink it. We'll try. It's a good thing about digital inking or drawing. You can just hit undo if you mess something up. Let's see. There we go. Let's try again. I think that's better. Deselect. I think that's better. I'm going to say that's better. 8 people watching. You got 20 minutes left to get the number of people watching up to 10, at which point I will give away a free piece of original art to one of the people in the chat. I only need 2 more people watching. Just 2. Surely among the 8 of you, you have 2 people that you know that you could share the stream out to and entice them to join us for a couple minutes. We'll see. You got 20 minutes left. If 10 people do show up, please let me know in the chat, because I'm not keeping my eyes on the count the entire time, because I'm kind of focused on drawing. But oh no, the number's going down. Oh well. Everyone's like, no, I'm leaving. That's okay. 'Twas not meant to be today. 'Twas not meant to be. I should be stuck with these drawings. All right. Let me get back to drawing. Oops, wrong layer. Draw on the right layer.
Next stop, New York City. Most of the sound factors are already
Let's see.
speed of the tape in recording, its playing time, and the sound level required. A fine-grained deposit of nickel. This makes smooth-walled grooves. This takes precisely 2 minutes and 40 seconds. They have to be perfect. This is the point where most people long for a roadmap. You discover unlimited variety, the finest in sound and performance. This takes precisely 2 minutes and 40 seconds. They have to be perfect.
No. No, 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 no. No. Alright, something. I gotta figure this out. Angle is off. Angle is off. Angle is off.
the stars for a 10. For the beast spread a feast when he's hungry, and God charges no man. He'll live as long as souls are free and laugh at fools like you and me. Often sigh and wish that I were the old man of the mountain.
Better. 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 Proto says, is this monster your original design? Well, it's a mashup of the client wanted it to look reminiscent of the alien from Aliens, but I wanted it to look sort of like a spider, because spiders are scary and evil. So this is a mashup of the two. The original, let me save this first before I ruin it. Save. The original, or at least my original design for the alien was where is it? Oh, it's nothing showing. Bye bye, like that, da da da, boink. My original design was sort of like that, and then it went from that to that, and then from that to that. That was my original design for the alien, and then the client said it looked too cartoony, and he wanted to look more like the xenomorphs from the movie Alien. So I went from that to from that to that, where it kind of looks like the alien from Alien, but not exactly like it. So that's the design. That's the final look for the alien. That's where I got it from. My stuff plus the client's input, and then we got this. I think it works. I mean, I would be scared of this thing if it were coming after me. But that's just me. We got about 10 minutes left. 7 people are still watching. That is awesome. Thank you, everybody, for spending some time with me while I work on this afternoon. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are all ready for Christmas and have been having a happy Hanukkah the past few days. Hope you're all ready for the holidays and to eat lots of food, hang out with relatives, play in the snow. You have snow where you live. Let's see. Ba. All right. Okay, that's that. That's that. All right, cool. Let's see. Zoom in a little. Zoom out a little. Mwah. Mwah, mwah. Got 3. Increase that to. That's good. It's too much. Is that too much? 2.5. Interesting. There we go. It's better. Better. Okay, that's better. No. That's right. Okay. That should. Yeah, 3 is fine.
Next stop, New York City. Most of the sound factors are already known. Speed of the tape in recording,
Okay.
sound level required. A fine-grained deposit of nickel. This makes smooth wall groove. This takes precisely 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Okay, it's 5 o'clock. So I think the stream is gonna come to an end. Yes, I know, I'm sad too, but this is gonna take quite a bit longer than 3 hours, so I'm sure you all have some last minute Christmas shopping you need to do. So I will allow you to do that and get to it. But I want to thank everybody who has hung out for this long to watch me work on this inking of this Space Marine against some evil spider aliens from Planet X for a role-playing game Kickstarter campaign that I'm working on. Hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it. I had fun. And the art needed to be done, so I might as well make a live stream out of it. But let's see. Yeah, so start off with this sketch, and I got, you know, most of the woman done. I had to shrink her head a little because her head was too big. I think it was too big. So we got that, and we got the alien, or part of the alien anyway. We got his head, then part of his hand, and then I have to do the rest of his body, finish her gun, do the blast that's slicing this evil alien in half, entwine, and then we got alien number 2 trying to get around on the other side of her, trying to flank her. So still have to draw him, but getting there. It looks pretty good. I like it. It looks creepy. It looks as creepy as I wanted it to. I need to put more detail in here, obviously. Creep it up a little more, but it's getting there. But everybody, thanks for watching again. And I'll try to do another live stream this week. Not sure what I'll do, but I'll be back. I'm not gonna say what day. I'm not sure. I want to say Thursday, so probably Thursday. So if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Give this live stream a thumbs up if you would, and make sure to hit the notification bell for notifications for the next time I live stream or post a video, and then you guys will be given a heads up. Okay? But thank you again, and I will see you next time around. Okay? You guys have a great day, and stay out of trouble. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye.
White beard and crooked crooked stampede tramps along while the folks all laugh with a twinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain, long white beard and his crooked stampede tramps along while the folks all laugh with a twinkle in his eye as he passes them by. The old man of the mountain.